Let's quickly explore loops in JavaScript using while and for loops. Loops allow you to repeat a block of code until a condition is met, making your code more efficient. Let's start with the while loop. It keeps running while the condition is true. Now let's look at the for loop. It's perfect for situations where you know how many times you want to loop. That's a quick overview of loops in JavaScript. Stay tuned for more videos. Today, we're learning how to use the switch statement in JavaScript. The switch statement helps you handle multiple conditions more cleanly compared to several if-else statements. Let's see an example. We'll check a day of the week and log a message based on the value. If none of the cases match, the default case runs. This is similar to an else statement. That's how the switch statement works. Let's dive into functions in JavaScript and see how they can make your code cleaner and more efficient. Functions are blocks of code designed to perform a specific task. They help us avoid repeating code and make our programs more organized. First, let's look at a function declaration. We define the function and then call it. Next, we have function expressions. They create functions and assign them to variables. Finally, let's look at arrow functions. They provide a shorter syntax for function expressions. And that's a quick overview of functions in JavaScript. Stay tuned for more videos. Let's explore arrow functions in JavaScript and see how they can simplify your code. Arrow functions provide a shorter syntax for writing functions and have some unique features compared to regular functions. Here's the basic syntax of an arrow function. Let's look at a simple example. Here's a function that adds two numbers. Arrow functions differ from regular functions in a few ways. For instance, they don't have their own this context, which can be useful for certain scenarios. That's a quick guide to arrow functions in JavaScript. Try using them in your own projects and see how they simplify your code. Let's dive into JavaScript objects and see how they can help you manage and structure your data. Objects in JavaScript are collections of properties, where each property is a key value pair. They help organize and manage data. Here's how to create an object and define its properties. To access or modify properties, use either dot notation or bracket notation. Objects can also contain methods, which are functions defined as properties. That's a quick overview of JavaScript objects. Try using them to manage your own data in projects. Let's learn about optional chaining in JavaScript and how it can make your code safer and cleaner. Optional chaining allows you to safely access properties and methods of an object that might be null or undefined without causing errors. Here's how to use optional chaining to access deeply nested properties. Optional chaining is especially useful to avoid errors when a property might not exist. You can also use optional chaining with function calls to avoid errors if the function doesn't exist. That's a quick look at optional chaining in JavaScript. Use it to make your code more robust and error-resistant. Let's dive into JavaScript arrays and see how they can help you manage collections of data. Arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. They help you manage lists and collections. Here's how to create and initialize an array. To access or modify elements, use their index. Arrays are zero-indexed, meaning the first element is at index 0. Here are some common array methods you might find useful. That's a quick overview of JavaScript arrays. Explore these methods and more to manage your data effectively.